although my acting suffered from it, it's never been my acting has been the main issue. It's been the way that I felt about myself and the way that I portrayed myself when I went into an audition. And so that was what I really wanted to work on this year, was to try and build up my confidence and the way I felt about myself going into an audition space, and not be taken over by the whole, oh, please like me, please take me and see how much I want this, because I did. I wanted it so bad, but that was actually what became the thing that made me not portray myself at the best, because I became desperate and I became uncomfortable to be around because there was so much going on in my body. Yeah, it's just I've been so different afterwards, because I go about everything in a different way, and everything just feels. What I usually tend to say is that I've always felt like something, you know, pressing down on me, and that something's like holding onto me, and there's like a sense of wanting to break free of it all the time, but not really being able to. Whereas when we did the therapy that we did, it felt like that whole thing just like melted away. It was just gone, and I can move through just my everyday life just so much more easily as well. And the same with my acting, and you know, when I'm working on my monologues, and when I then go in and do my auditions, it's the same. It's peeled off in a different way, and I just feel so much more open and relaxed in a sense. Like I don't feel myself constantly putting pressure on myself. I just feel like really open and free, which is lovely and amazing feeling that I haven't felt in many years. I think what I let go of the most was that I've had this. Looking back in terms of therapy that we did, hypnotherapy that we did as well, is that I had a perception of myself, of who I was, and how other people saw me as well, that was, first of all, not helpful, but also probably wrong. It's just what I had built up in my head, that was what it is. So one of the things that we worked on, for example, is I had this idea that I was broken, that I was, as a person, as a human being, I was broken. I didn't function in the right way, which was basically the root of everything that made me feel, you know, lack of confidence and going in and being desperate, because I felt like, oh, all this stuff, I have all this stuff and I'm broken, I don't know what I'm doing, but I still want this. So that was the main thing that we worked on.
And how quickly did it take for you to let go of that and change that?
Really quickly. It took me. We did one session of doing the timeline therapy, which is really great. And from that one session, where I really felt like I got through to it, that was game changing. That was the one time where I really felt, yes, okay, I get it now. I can do something about it. I can change my perception of myself and how I think about myself and how I feel, just down to the very core of me, not just in my head, but literally in myself, in my heart, if that makes sense. Yeah, the coaching was really great. That was awesome, because it was sort of a mix of the general ideas and things that I needed to hear, and as well as being very concrete, like exercises and things that I could take with me, that I could do, that I did. Like on the very first edition I did, I tried to remember everything and do as much of it as possible, and I felt really awesome. For the first time going into an audition room, I felt really awesome about going in, and not because I was in a totally different place, and I, you know, the stuff, the little things that I remembered we did that day, and I did that before I went in, and I just felt like it was totally different. It was amazing. Yeah, it was really good. And I was very set on the fact, I knew I needed some kind of help, but I was very set on it not being traditional sort of therapy, and not just being a therapist that never worked with actors before, because it might not be the most helpful thing, even though it can clear up some things. And I've done therapy before in the past, which has been helpful sometimes not. It's very different. But it can be a very long way around sometimes. And I felt like I had a specific like way that I wanted to go down. This was a specific issue that I wanted to work on. And so I did a bit of research and looked into some things, and I came across your website and read about you, and the fact that you were obviously a bit an actor yourself and gone to drama school and knew a lot about it, but also worked with actors, was really appealing to me when I read it. And so, yeah. And it was really easy, getting in touch with you and talking to you, having a bit of a session over Skype before we actually met up. And yeah, it was just really easy to get into. I'm very happy I did it.